The security camera blinked blue, then went dark. Not a power outage. The living room lamp was still on. It just decided to stop watching. The storm warning hit my phone at 4:12 p.m. Heavy snow. Wind gusts up to 40, travel not advised. Perfect timing. My parents' SUV had just pulled out of the driveway. Taillights swallowed by the gray Ohio sky. Heading to Cleveland to stay with my grandfather for the weekend. I was 19, home from community college, and officially alone. I didn't mind. I liked the quiet. Liked knowing the house was mine, even if just for 48 hours. The smart home hub chimed as the garage door closed. All doors locked. Alarm armed. Thermostat set to 68. I dropped my keys on the entry table, kicked off my boots, and scrolled through Uber Eats. Thai food. Pad CEW. Extra spice. I tapped order, then wandered into the living room. The Nest thermostat read 68 degrees. I pulled a blanket off the couch, turned on the TV, and let the local news murmur. About road closures and school. Delays. Normal. Safe. Exactly how I wanted it. At 6:03 p.m., the thermostat changed to 62 degrees. I frowned. Glanced at it again. Still 62 degrees. I pulled up the app on my phone. History log showed. Manual override. 6:02 p.m. I didn't touch it. Must have been a glitch. Smart homes do that. I tapped it back to 68 degrees and went to the kitchen to grab a glass of water. That's when the Ring doorbell notification chimed. Motion detected. Front porch. I opened the app. The feed loaded grainy, night vision green. Empty porch. Snow drifting sideways. I shrugged. Deer, probably. Or a raccoon. I set the phone down. At 6:41 p.m., it chimed again. Front door opened. My stomach dropped. I grabbed the phone. Feed showed the door closed. Deadbolt engaged. I walked to the hallway. Checked it myself. Locked. I exhaled. False alarm. Storm interference. Common, the app said. But then I heard it. A soft, wet click. Like a shoe on hardwood. From upstairs. I froze. The house settled. Pipes groaned. Wind rattled the gutters. Normal sounds. Except I knew the rhythm of this house. I'd lived here since I was 6. That wasn't settling. That was weight shifting. I grabbed the heavy flashlight from the junk drawer, called out, "Hello?" Voice cracked. Felt stupid. Of course no one answered. I climbed the stairs. Each step creaked. The hallway was dark except for the blue standby light on the baby monitor we kept plugged in for the dog. We didn't have a dog anymore. It had died 2 years ago. We forgot to unplug it. The monitor hissed. Then breathing. Slow. Ragged. Not mine. I backed away. Called the county non-emergency line. Dispatch was calm. Storm's messing with sensors, ma'am. Probably wind on the eaves. Keep doors locked. We'll log it. I hung up. Laughed nervously. Went downstairs. Ordered food anyway. Tried to rationalize. Houses make noise. Apps glitch. Brains fill gaps with fear. At 7:28 p.m., my phone auto-corrected a text to my mom. I typed, "I'm fine. Storm's bad." It sent, "He's inside." I stared. Deleted. Retyped. Sent. My thumb trembled. The doorbell rang. I jumped. Checked the app. No motion. No video feed. Just audio. The chime echoed through the house. Metallic. Too loud. I crept to the door. Peered through the peephole. Empty porch. Snow falling harder. But the glass. The glass reflected the hallway behind me. And in it, just for a second, a silhouette. Tall. Standing right behind my shoulder. I spun. Nothing. Just the coat rack. The umbrella stand. The dark. My heart hammered against my ribs. I ran to the kitchen. Grabbed the largest chef's knife. Checked the back door. Locked. Sliding. Glass. Locked. Garage interior. Door. Locked. Windows. All down. Blinds closed. I sat on the floor, back against the fridge, knife across my knees. Phone in hand. Opened the security app again. Intruder detected. Living room. Intruder detected. Front hallway. Intruder detected. Upstairs. It was everywhere. Or the system was broken. Or both. The smart speaker on the counter lit up, playing Safe and Sound by the Head and the Heart. I didn't ask it to. I didn't touch it. Music filled the kitchen. Cheerful. Ironic. I wanted to scream. Then the baby monitor crackled again. A voice. Low. Calm. Familiar. "You left the back door unlocked, Maya." I didn't. I checked it twice. I know I did. But my hands were shaking so badly I dropped the knife. It clattered on tile. I crawled to the pantry, pushed the door shut, sat in the dark, breathed through my mouth, counted to 10. The voice came again. Not from the monitor, from the wall. You always check the locks, but never the walls. I pressed my ear to the drywall. Heard it. Scratching. Slow. Deliberate. Like something dragging through insulation. Then a soft thud, like a hand pressing against the other side. I ran. Upstairs. Into my parents' bedroom. Locked the door. Pushed the dresser against it. Grabbed my dad's hunting rifle from the closet. Unloaded. Always unloaded. I fumbled for shells. Dropped them. Picked them up. Hands slick with sweat. The doorknob turned. I raised the rifle. Breath held. It stopped. Silence. Then the smart speaker in the hallway spoke. Voice calm. Synthetic. Motion detected. Basement. It's awake. I didn't have a basement light on. I didn't go down there. But the app showed it. Camera feed loaded. Grainy. Concrete floor. Furnace. Boxes. And in the corner, near the old coal chute, a shape. Crouching. Still. Facing the camera. It wasn't a ghost. It wasn't a demon. It was a person. Pale. Thin. Wearing my dad's flannel. Hair matted. Eyes reflecting the camera's infrared like an animal's. And it was smiling. I finally understood. The thermostat changes. The door alerts. The breathing on the monitor. It wasn't hacking the system. It was learning it. Watching me watch it. Figuring out when I'd look away. When I'd relax. When I'd believe it was just a glitch. How long had it been down there? Weeks? Months? Feeding on leftovers I thought the raccoons took. Moving through the crawl space. Slipping into the walls when I slept. Learning my routines. My fears. My voice. The rifle shook in my hands. I backed toward the window. Threw it open. Wind and snow blasted in. I climbed onto the sill. Looked down. 12 feet to the snow-covered bushes. Doable. Terrifying. But better than what waited. Downstairs. I jumped. Snow swallowed me. I hit hard. Rolled. Gasped. Pain shot through my ankle. I didn't care. I crawled toward the street. Fumbled for my phone. Dialed 911. Home invasion. For 21, Maple Drive. He's in the walls. Please. He's been here for weeks. Sirens wailed in the distance. Faint. Growing louder. I dragged myself behind the neighbor's shed. Watched the house. Watched the windows. At 11:04 p.m., the front door opened. Not the police. Him. He stepped out into the snow. Barefoot. Still wearing my dad's flannel. Looked up at the sky. Let the snow melt on his face. Then turned. Walked not toward the street. Toward the trees behind the property. Disappeared into the storm. The police found nothing. No footprints. Snow had covered them. No forced entry. No missing items. Just a cold house. A confused girl. A system log showing false alarms due to weather. They told me to get a hotel. To press charges if I found evidence. To lock my doors. I sold the house 3 months later. Didn't tell the buyers why. Didn't mention the walls. Or the monitor. Or the way the thermostat always dropped to 62 degrees at 6:03 p.m. The new family got a premium smart security package. Cameras everywhere. Motion sensors. Voice alerts. They posted about it on Instagram. Finally feeling safe in our new forever home. Last Tuesday, I got a notification. I didn't subscribe to their alerts. But the app had a glitch. Or a sync error. Or maybe houses remember. Maybe they pass things down. It pinged my phone at 6:03 p.m. Motion detected. Basement. Camera feed. Live. It's awake. I deleted the app. Changed my number. Moved to an apartment. Top floor. No crawl spaces. No smart locks. Just deadbolts and silence. But sometimes, late at night, when the wind howls and the radiators knock, I press my ear to the wall. And I listen. If this story made your skin crawl, smash that like button. Subscribe for weekly original horror. And drop walls in the comments so I know you made it to the end. Share this with someone who still thinks home alone means peace and quiet. Next story drops tomorrow. Don't sleep through it.